Hello YouTubers, you're on an all-new movie review, and today I'm going to be talking about Nerve from 2016. Yeah, I wanted to see this film when it first came out. I never got a chance, never got to rent it on DVD, and it recently came out on Amazon Prime. So if you have not seen Nerve, or you have seen it and you want to see it again, go to Amazon Prime. Go to Amazon.com. If you're a Prime member, log on and you can see it for free. Anyways, Nerve. What did I think about Nerve? Well, it stars Emma Roberts, Dave Franco, and it also stars Juliette Lewis as Emma Roberts' mother. Anyway, this film is just so atmospheric. It's crazy. It makes you think about modern day technology, really. I mean, I look at my iPhone, I look at the profiles, I'm like, I'm glad I got off of Facebook recently, because after seeing this movie, it's like The Purge mixed in with like Enemy at the State, and then you have like Watchers. It's like, I don't know what to think about it. It's crazy. But pretty much, it stars this girl named Venus. V, as they call her. Emma Roberts plays V. She's in high school. A friend of hers is playing this game called Nerve. Now, she plays like a really introvert type of character, very different from her other roles. She pretty much plays a person who is safe in her comfort zone, wants to change, and her brother passed away years earlier, but she is with her mother, played by Juliette Lewis. She's a single mother, works at a hospital. So it's really her in high school, and that's my one nitpick with the film before I finish the synopsis. Everybody's like in high school, and I think they should be college students or older, because they're like my age, and I'm not in high school. I haven't been in high school for like almost a decade now, so like, yeah. That's the only thing that just bothered me, because like, Emma Roberts is great, but everybody was just too old to be in high school, I thought. I thought they should have made them older, done something. Anyway, she's playing Nerve, and they pretty much like dare her. They're talking about her. She likes this jock. The jock doesn't like her, so she's upset. She wants to change in her life, to make a long story short. And she decides to play this game called Nerve. It's like on a secure server, it gets a thumbprint. I would never trust anything with a thumbprint, but it has a thumbprint. And basically, you can either be a watcher or a player. It's a dangerous game of like truth and dare, basically. But it's like a dare game. Anyways, on her first dare, she meets Dave Franco, and he pretty much is also a player, and they must play together in this dare, and each dare that's completed wins them money that is wired to their bank account. So what is the story really? Well, eventually the dares keep going and going until it gets really deadly, until lives are at stake and it gets very, very violent. And yeah, that's pretty much what it is. It's her trying to get out of this game she started. In a way, it almost becomes like a virtual Saw movie, really. I mean, it has like some levels of Purge and Saw by the third act. It's kind of more like an adrenaline junkie movie for like the first two acts, really, but like the third act gets really, really crazy. I mean, it is bizarre. It is like out there. It's some crazy stuff. Now, it's directed by Ian Joost and Ariel Schulman. They're very good directors here, and the cinematography is very unique. In a way, it's almost like a GoPro meets kind of like the cinematography of a Nicholas Wright and Refn film. It has that Only God Forgives type of vibe with the neon lights and everything, just the placements. But they do a great job, and I love the cinematography. It's very different, and it flows and it's edited differently than any other film that I've really seen in the past couple of years. It's a very unique film, with in a way a unique premise. But Dave Franco also does a great job as Ian. There's more to his character than meets the eye, and you learn that the further you get into the film. Again, I'm not going to really have spoilers per se in this review. But yeah, the game gets crazy. I mean, there are some dares where they have to like shoplift, they have to like walk around naked almost, they have to like walk a crane, walk a ladder across like a building. And I also like the statement it says about social media. I mean, Emma Roberts' friend in this, V's friend, is Sydney. She started Nerve, and when V gets into it, she starts to get jealous, wonder if she has more followers or not. And I've known people like that. I used to have a Facebook, and I'm a all-around down-to-earth person, but I don't know if it's human nature, but some people just have to have it as like a measuring contest, or should I say a pissing contest between other individuals on social media, and I really noticed that. And that's one thing that this does really well. It really shows human nature and how it's tied to social media, how people treat one another over social media. And it really has a statement about our current time with like technology, with iPhones, Facebook, and Instagram, Snapchat, Pinterest, Twitter, like just all around social media. And I find very fascinating, also with information being open, information being out on the web. And now you have it where they passed a law where you could basically have your information sold by different companies. This movie is not very far off from the mark. I could see this actually existing, and it's almost like an underground game. What makes it deadly is basically you have to keep it a secret, and if you try to tell the police about it, they're going to kill you. So like there's this higher force controlling the game. Again, that's why I said it kind of has that Purge solid type of vibe to it when it gets to the third act of the film. Not as gory. This is PG-13, of course, but the stakes rise very high. It starts off as like kind of like a teenage adrenaline junkie movie, and then eventually turns to a game of life and death, and I find that really fascinating. But yeah, Dave Franco does a great job. I mean, he's pretty much like Dave Franco, his brother James Franco. He starts as like the hot throb bad boy type of character, but you realize there's more than meets the eye with him again. There's more than one reason why he's playing the game, why he's hanging around with V the entire night. So I like that. I like how this is a duration of one night. I also like Emma Roberts' performance in Nerve. She plays a very quiet character, a very kind of like introverted character, and you really kind of see her come out of her shell and deal with issues regarding V, with her brother passing away, being raised by a single mother, affording to go to a college, stuff like that, dealing with friends. You really get to see that come out with her playing the game of Nerve, and I like that. It also has a deeper message of like, what nerve does it take to watch somebody and do something, you know? Like, it takes nerve to do something, but what about the people who are behind the screens, behind masks, just watching through social media, living vicariously through the technology? So there's just something deeper in that about like us becoming like ghosts in the machine, so to speak, in this like symbiotic relationship with technology and social media. But yeah, overall, it's very great in that regard. I also like the soundtrack. There's some good songs, and it kind of has, again, that kind of like 80s synthesizer feeling. I mean, not in the way of Stranger Things, but more like modern. Again, kind of like a Vimeo short. But overall, Nerve is a pretty solid film. I give it a B+. It is a very great film. It's an enjoyable film. It's very unique. There's some areas I wish it got kind of deeper in, but above all, for what it is what it is. I've never really seen another film like that, and I think that's a plus on it, is that it's very different from any other film that I have seen, like ever, and also this past year in 2016 and going on 2017, the way the camera placements are, the way it moves, how frenetic it is, the energy of it, feels very different than any other film that I've really seen recently. So for that, I give it a B+. If you have not seen Nerve, I would highly recommend it. Yeah, it's an ultimate game of truth and dare, and really kind of makes you scared of like technology and social media. Like, look at this iPhone. Does it mean that a watcher's there? Does it mean that somebody's watching me through this iPhone? Like what's going on? Anyway, it's crazy. Anyway, yeah, it's a solid film on its own, and yeah, it does have nerve, so go check out Nerve. If you haven't seen it, you can check it out on Amazon Prime, and if you have seen it, let me know, what did you think of Nerve? Comment in the comments below, and if you like this video, click the like button, comment, and subscribe for more videos.